Okay, greetings and welcome to what is the pilot, first, possibly last episode of the Bobby Z Show. Is something a little different I want to try just because I've not managed to do a live stream for the last couple of weeks for one reason or another, although I did do a short one actually a couple of Sundays ago, but I haven't. Yeah, I've had some issues. Hopefully getting over them now and should be able to start streaming. So I thought, rather than do like a 2-hour long live stream every Sunday, although I might continue doing them, I thought, why not try doing a much shorter one, possibly a couple of times a week, a few times a week, and see how we get on with that. As always, I've got to check my audio because I have no idea how it sounds, so please bear with me just 1 second. Of course, this stream's completely unscheduled. Yeah, audio sounds alright. Yeah, I normally schedule my live streams, so I did put a tweet out to let people know, but other than that, I didn't do any like publicity of this. We're only going to be going about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour at the very most. Just a couple of things I will, I want to talk about really, and as always, I've got cats interrupting. It wouldn't be a Bobby Zines live stream without cats interrupting. Anyone wants to say hi in the live chat? Always good to know who's tuning in. I'll tell you about the situation I've had. I did say, I don't know if anyone caught my stream from a couple of Sunday before last. I said that my ears had started, I had horrible swelling in my ear. Guessing it's a ear infection, and after looking online to see what kind of to check the symptoms, it was suggested it could be a middle ear infection. Obviously, a lot of people told me, you've got to go and get this treated, and I totally appreciate people sharing that, suggesting that. However, I know exactly what would happen if I went to the doctors. They would give me antibiotics. Never have I ever felt worse in my life than on the few occasions when I've accepted antibiotics from the doctor. Of course, they'll just tell you, no, it's nothing to do with the antibiotics making you ill, it's the infection. Because of course they don't want anyone bad-mouthing their products. So I just didn't want to waste my time. And to be honest, my hearing, as it was so bad, I couldn't even hold a conversation with a doctor. I wouldn't be able to hear what they're saying. They don't really accommodate for people with hearing loss, so I just stuck it out. I thought, you know what, let's see, I do preach quite often on this live stream that on my channel's videos that we should be we should put more faith in our own God-given immune system. So I thought, I'm actually going to do it. If it was to get really bad, if I was to really have trouble, maybe I would have gone and sought professional help. And I'm certainly not suggesting anyone negates medical. If you think going to the doctor is the best thing for you, then why not? But do you know what? I could share some stories on this live stream about my experiences in the last couple of weeks with the medical profession, but it wouldn't make for happy live streaming. So I found myself quite regularly in the last month or so having to visit hospitals and finding myself, fortunately not for me, but for visiting family members and escorting family members into hospital. Bear with me. I don't know if you could hear that cat meowing in the background. 1 second. We've got one of our regular visitors to the back door, Mr. Splodge, and my cat doesn't get on with him. But anyway, I've had a family member who ended up in hospital from a fall, needing to go into A&E for an X-ray, and from there they were moved from one ward to another. And this person, they've had for as long as I know some sort of, it's like a bad chest basically. any doctor that sees them. Chest infection, antibiotics. You know, she's now been diagnosed with a chest infection 3 times, put on antibiotics 3 times. And at some point they've got to look at this and say, do you know what, maybe these antibiotics aren't the answer, perhaps it's something else, perhaps trying to treat this isn't the way to go. It's just so frustrating. But to give hospitals their due, I mean, she was moved from one ward to another, and as I say, yeah, each time she was told she had a chest infection, each time they put her on antibiotics, but she did start getting much better, and she wanted to return back to, she doesn't live in a care home, she lives in, like, I think you'd call it supported living, where there's people on hand if needed, but generally they live independently. However, their requirement is, or the assessment for this particular person is, that they need to have mobility, and because she'd had a fall, she'd hurt her leg, although no breakage fortunately, the place said, well, we can't have her back until she's mobile, so they sent her to another home, to a care home for respite and to try and aid her mobility. And yeah, while she was in hospital, she was doing really well. By the end of it, they made her well. She was eating, she was, you know, communicating really well. Back to the family member I know and love. Within a week of going into this respite care, she deteriorated rapidly to the point where I went, because myself, I've had an ear infection, my wife's had some problems as well. As I said, I ended up in A&E the other week, and I just wasn't able to get over there, because they put her absolutely, well, quite a distance from where we live, and it meant we couldn't visit for a week, or just over a week. And from seeing her in hospital, like a few days before they sent her off to this home for respite care, to seeing her when I finally got over there on Saturday, it was, the deterioration is shocking. I mean, she was so dehydrated. Apparently she'd been off her food. I sat there and spent, you know, over an hour, 2 hours actually giving her drink, holding her, helping her. She didn't even have the strength to hold a cup to her mouth, so I just sat there and fed her, helped her to drink. And by the end of it, you know, she did start brightening up, whether it's that or not, but it's just shocking to see that people can be put into these places, and I don't want to say neglect, because I mean, the staff in such a place, they do have hard jobs, they've got plenty of people they have to support and care for, but do you know what, I want to thank a particular viewer of a lot of my live streams. I'm not going to mention them by name, but I'm sure they know who they are. They told me about the Liverpool Care Pathways or something, and how people were put on certain treatment plans which literally meant they were just given up on. You're dying, so we're not going to feed you, we're not going to give you any drink, and they would deteriorate super quick. And it was that note, having that in mind, that made me so determined to just try and get this person drinking again, eating again. So yeah, I'm spending as much time as I can. We're going off again today to see them. It's, you know, it's a good long, over an hour journey just to get to them. Supposedly it's only for a month. Hopefully it will just be for a month. We'll see. But yeah, hopefully I'll have better news to share on that. I don't generally like talking about myself. That this channel was never meant to be about me. It was always meant to be about, and you know, it was always meant to be about and calling out the lies on mainstream media, which we are going to do on this stream before we finish. We've got about another 10-15 minutes, and we'll we'll see how it goes. But how are we? We've been going about 10 minutes, so yeah, I'll be going for probably another 10-15 minutes. Yeah, so the Bobby Z show, what will it be? I don't think I'll do it daily, but I'll probably manage. Since getting my hearing back, again, that's something that was really troubling me. whenever you get an infection or something, of course your body swells up and it's discomfort, and your instinct is to get rid of the swelling, to get rid of the discomfort, but actually that is beneficial. It's protecting the area. Sometimes you just have to let the body recover by itself. Running straight to the vipers or the doctors and getting treatment isn't always the way to go. Pharmaceuticals, you know, I'm not saying they don't probably work for some people, but not for me. And I always remember this advert they played probably last Christmas or so. It was a warning about not taking too many antibiotics. I wonder if we could find it. I don't know. Bear with me a minute and I'll have a little look for it. It had this little jingle about always take your doctor's advice or something about not taking antibiotics for every little thing. But hang on, who are the people actually prescribing antibiotics? Let's have a look. NHS antibiotic warning. Hang on. Yeah, we do have one story that I saw in the mainstream media, which we're going to look at before we finish tonight. Right, NHS. But yeah, I remember this advert. It was so ridiculous, sort of almost accusing people of going off to the pharmacy every time they get ill and buying antibiotics. Well, hang on, no, you can't do that. The people prescribe it, the people dishing out the antibiotics are the doctors, not the patients. And so many people are completely trusting of these companies that, yeah, if a doctor tells them to drink their own urine, they'd probably start doing it. Right, where are we? I'm not sure I've got many tuned in. Of course, this is a completely different time of day than I'd normally do my streams. I'm not sure how it's going to go in the future. I may, just to get it kind of established, I do plan, if I'm going to do more of these, to do them like first thing in the morning, 7, 8 a.m. UK time. Edit them and then upload them to my other channel. Although eventually I probably will start I may start doing these on my Chronicles of the Unconvinced channel. Right, can we find this advert? Goodness me, my computer, as always, is taking forever to load. Nothing new there. Here we go. Yeah, let's watch this completely ridiculous advert. Okay. Hopefully you can hear it all right. I will check that. Let's see. Antibiotic. Yeah. Let me just check you can hear that. Wait with me 1 second, because this is such a hypocritical advert. Let's see how it's sounding. Yeah. Let me just check you can hear that. Wait with me 1 second. Sorry, just doing a sound check. I will get back to you in a second. Yeah. Let me just check you can hear that. No, I don't think you are hearing that, are you? I think I know what the issue might be. Bear with me. Desktop audio. Hang on.
We're wonderful pills, but don't ever think we'll cure all of your ills. Caught a cold, got the flu, feeling under the weather.
Alright, let me just check you are actually hearing that. No, it doesn't seem like the audio is coming through. Why on earth is that then? Hang on. Should be. That's odd if it isn't. Anyway, the message is don't keep taking antibiotics because they'll make you ill. Who is it you think prescribes all these antibiotics?
Antibiotics, we're wonderful pills, but don't ever think we'll cure all of your ills. Caught a cold, got the flu, feeling under the weather. That'll be a virus, we can't make that better.
What? Antibiotics can't make a virus better? Okay. But again, who would take antibiotics unless given them by the doctor? I mean, maybe that's what they're suggesting people do. Ah, you can hear it. Brilliant. You are hearing the audio.
Take us for the wrong thing, that's dangerous to do. When you really need us, we could stop working for you. So please don't end up paying the price. Always take your doctor's advice.
Yes, doctor's advice. Hang on. The doctors are the very people prescribing these pills, which I agree probably work for a lot of people. 100% don't work for me. So yeah, that's that. Right, last bit of mainstream media ridiculousness I saw. Has anyone heard of Zoe Kravitz? I don't know if any of you are familiar with this person. Would you believe they are on... Let me just share my screen again. 1 minute. We are going to be finishing up very soon, actually. Zoe Kravitz. I'm sure they said she's going to be... Look at this person. Man of the Year. This is meant to be... I'm guessing it's Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Freak show era, as always. Actually, one for the scrapbook, as we say. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that air, and also look at that massive square jaw. This is meant to be, yeah, GQ Man of the... I mean, I personally never read GQ magazine, and don't ever plan to. I thought it was interesting. 3 days ago, the Daily Mail, Courage Tran, someone with the name Tran, parades her physique in fishnet bodysuit at GQ's Man of the Year party. Yeah, no surprise they've got these people. And it was the same thing. I'm pretty sure this person is going to be on the front cover. Zoe Kravitz came out of the Pussy Island movie shoot with an even stronger relationship with her boyfriend and leading man, Channing Tatum. Never heard of him, but what's the betting? He's got a very soft face. The Batman actress met the Step-Up actor when he... Oh, this isn't the story I was originally looking for, but yeah, 33, get those numbers in, of course. Oh, they mentioned her being on the front cover of the Man of the Year article, which I thought was very appropriate. In fact, yeah, where is that? Yeah, who is Zoe Kravitz's boyfriend? Channing Tatum. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Certainly got the strange ears. Wow, what is going on with that face? Why is it everyone in Hollywood just looks so weird? Have they all been completely deformed, carved up? Look at those small, tiny features. What's going on there? It's almost like someone's face with plasticine just plastered onto it. Look at that fake hair. Doesn't look remotely real as a human being. Not believable in my book. Is this what passes as like attractive people? Is this who we're being influenced to think that if we don't look like these absolute freak shows, there's something wrong with us? Channing Tatum and who is the other one? Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, something very weird going on here, I can tell you that. Things are not as they seem. I mean, yeah, surely who knows what's actually the deal with these two. I just thought it interesting. Apparently, Zoe, the square jaw Kravitz, is going to be on the front cover of the GQ magazine Man of the Year award. Why not, hey? Nothing new there. Okay, you know what, we could look closer and have a look at this Tatum guy with his shirt off, but yeah, all of these are posed for. They know they're being photographed. Every single one of them, I bet. Okay, I'm going to start winding down. Yeah, sorry if it's been a bit of a slow episode. This is like the pilot. As I said, the first, maybe the last Bobby Z show. If I do carry on with it, eventually I will move it over to my Chronicles of the Unconvinced channel, which I'll put a link in the description to that one. Yeah, because at the moment, generally, I live stream here over on Bobby Zones each Sunday, and then I will sometimes take edited segments of that and upload them to this channel. I might start doing it the other way around, live streaming on Chronicles of the Unconvinced, shorter videos, like half an hour at the most, maybe more regular, and upload edited pieces of that to Bobby Zones. We'll see. Yeah, thanks if you've taken the time to tune in. I'm going to start closing out now. We'll put the audio back on. What should we finish with? Scratch. I haven't heard that for a while. It's probably really loud. Hopefully not drowning me out. Yeah, so just to let you know, my ears, they're getting there. I've still got a bit of blockage in the left. The right one is more or less back to how it used to be. I just needed to be patient. I just needed to hold on, let my body heal itself, and get over it. I mean, you could say, oh, but the infection could come back. Well, yeah, even if I took antibiotics, infections come back. But hey ho. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'll be back soon. I'm not sure when. Maybe I'll try and come back in a day or two. I will come up with a more regular schedule for the Bobby Z show if I do carry on doing it. It will be on this channel for now, at least, until I get, until it gets a bit more established, and I might move it over to Chronicles of the Unconvinced. Where are we? Let me put my message up. Okay, take care, guys. Have a great day, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. As always, thanks to my Patreon, Linda Mack. If anyone wants to support me over on Patreon, there is a link in the description. I will catch up with you all soon. Thanks for tuning in, and good night. Sorry, good afternoon as it is in this part of the country. It's only, just come up to 1 p.m. So yeah, if you're in the UK, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care wherever you are, and I'll be back soon. Cheerio.